force need a highly productive staff, all of which will help to achieve the business goals. Good managers must know how to keep their workers maintaining the high performance in their tasks. For the micro business that we interviewed, the manager said that she did not specify the job tasks for the employees. Since it is a small business, the staff do not have any difficulties to be multitasking in their job tasks. The manager relied on their common sense to make sure the production and the store are going well, such as taking order, prepare the food, deliver the food, and so on. So the staff understood that their manager is if the staff understood that their manager is giving fully trust to them to manage the stores even when she is not around. For the second point, since the manager did not provide annual leave for the staff, she must give something valuable in order to make sure the staff motivates. So rewarding the staff such as giving extra bonus on their payday or rank up their position can make the staff improve their quality of life and motivate them to work harder on achieving higher customer satisfaction. Third, the manager said that she really appreciates when the staff can develop ideas or opinion to increase the sales or profit of the store. I strongly believe when the managers themselves appreciate the thinking from their staff, it will increase their performance in doing their job tasks. It is because the good employees are the valuable asset to the organization. So when this business get the full attention from the customers due to the excellent performance of the production, simply their store will be viral on the social media and automatically they will get higher profits. That's all from me. Thank you.
Starting a business is a big achievement, but to maintain and grow the business face a range of challenges. According to Hawken 1988, we must learn how to grow our business. Small, large, and small winning large more successfully and more humanly. As a business grows, different problems will come out, and this is one of the important things that managers need to emphasize. The manager of Grow Euro said that the first challenges is financial challenges on how to get the capital to start their business. All business need money not only to invest in assets and building also their equipment, but also to pay for their running costs, stocks and salary and also bills. The manager and her partner get the capital by joining program Yayasan Usahawan Terengganu, whereby they get the capital about 12,000 ringgit and have been credited as allowance about 1,000 a month. On October 2017, they have received an incentive from the SME Corporation, which the owner and her received about 15,000 each of them. The capital was spent for the renovation, machinery and inventory for the shop, but she clearly not mentioned about how much she spent their capital since her capital received by allowance. With the amount of the allowance they get, they usually could spend for the basic equipment and needs. The second challenge is about handling the employees. Most of the business now realize that the most valuable asset is their staff or employees. Miss Ami has 3 employees, 1 permanent employees and 2 part-time workers. The challenge to manage the employees because most of the part-time workers are students. She said that the disadvantage of having a student as a part-time worker is they usually cannot fit their time to work. Interviewee stated that students never have a fixed time to work. The manager as an employer have to follow their time and sometimes they have to cancel the working days as they have tests, extra class or discussion. Okay, the manager had to choose a student as the workers because it is hard to find the right workers among the people live around the store. She also mentioned that some of people from Terengganu does not know how to build a relationship with customer. Besides that, the employee also have their own characteristic and behavior. The new worker and senior worker have a few conflict on divide a task. At the road level, the employee does not are randomly doing a task on taking orders, making ice cream roll and western, and also including cleaning table and washing the dishes. As the stall has no specific job among the workers, the manager said that the employee must have a common sense to perform the task. For the next challenge, Ms. Ami face is about the location of the stall that affects the numbers of customers. As the roll stall is under Uptown Container Organization, the stall have to follow the operating hour that have been set as the rules and regulation by Uptown Container. The stall opens every day, Thursday to Saturday about 4 p.m. till 2 a.m. and Sunday to Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. The manager identified that the store has low numbers of customers on weekday. There will be a high numbers of customers on weekend, usually on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and school and public holidays, because at that time many outsiders and customers from the other state come to Terengganu. Uptown Container is famous by its beautiful location by the beach side, but it could be a challenge for the stall because it is difficult to do a business when the monsoon season arrives. On the monsoon season, the manager said that they only get a few customers and sometimes there is no customer for the whole day of the operation. That is why the manager is planning to open a new branch at the other place. With all the challenges that every business has, it will be impact to the business and employee itself. When the business have the financial problem, it could be difficult to upgrade the business into the next level. Besides that, as the rule is under the Uptown Container, the owner and manager cannot expand their business due to limited space of the stall provided. A small business is almost like a family, and like many families, they can work well and or they can be dysfunctional. For the employees, they would not enjoy and do not have a good working environment when they have conflicts between them. And the key is to learn how to deal with different personalities, figure out what drives each individual team member. In addition, when there is no good relationship between employees or team members, it could be hard to build the relationship between customers. The right relationships within the manager, employees, and customers is important to business success. Thank you.
Okay, today I want to present about introduction and motivations about the staff group Europe. Okay, first of all, we want to know about introduction. We did our interview on 8th of April 2018 at Uptown Container. The interview conducted from 6:20 to 7:20 p.m., which was conducted by the manager, Miss Noor Erin Shahida Mokhtar. She is 24 years old and she came from Kelantan, but she was a former UMT student which is studying food nutrition. She was a part-time burger store, which is the owner of the store is capital by receiving capital from program Yayasan Usahawan Terengganu, whereby they receive 12,000 ringgit, but they give allowance per amount 1,000 only. On 2017 October, they received 55,000 and they spend the capital for innovations such as machinery for store renovations. Okay, the employees have two employees. One of them is one permanent employees and two of them is part-time. But the part-time only works for the weekends only. The background of the employee came from outside Terengganu, and she stated that she wanted the employee came from outside Terengganu because she said that Terengganu people does not how to bond with customer. And their duty for the employee just making ice cream, doing western, taking orders. And she also mentioned that their job requirement for performing a task just a common sense, does not require a special kit for performing a task. And she seek for the employee by using
and week of walk-in interview. The challenges for her to find an employee because the majority employee of her is a part-time job, so they is a part-time student, so they don't have a flexible time to work, and sometimes of them have to cancel last minute because they have class, they have meeting or something like that. And their operation hour begins on Thursday to Saturday from 4 to 2 a.m. and Sunday to Wednesday is 5 to 1. And employees have a shift which is 8 to 1 a.m. for the peak season, and they also provide overtime, but it doesn't provide annual leave and basic hour for part-time based on the operation hour. Okay, for rewards. The salary for employees is 25 ringgit. Bonus will be given if they reach the target sales, and it doesn't provide KWSP social medical insurance for employees. Training will be held in-house, whereby the manager itself will conduct the trainees and it take place in the store itself. But the interview stated that she can't take a few trainings at a time because the pace of the store doesn't convince to conduct a large training. And the week for probation is 1 week. The interview stated that she will examined by the employee can perform that task or not, just doesn't have a special requirement or not. Okay, the salary itself doesn't have any difference between permanent and part-time. But the store doesn't have a permanent worker because the permanent worker just resigned 2 months ago and it doesn't have a permanent worker. And sometimes we have because conflict between senior and junior. The interview stated that if one employee stated that she's been taking for the Western station, she doesn't to work to another station, then it comes of conflict because of that. And environment, to maintain the environment for the employee, she doesn't give any special reward. She just giving a compliment to them, just say that you are doing a good job. And for the upcoming business plan, she planning on opening a branch, and she maybe select some of the employees to become a supervisor. And she also mentioned that if the employee want to share their ideas to improve their performance, she say that she love to her ideas. If relevant, she will accept it. Thank you. Conclusion taken from the study case. This anti problem. For poor schedule for working hour, varies working hour of the store depending on working hour of employees, and sometimes not flexible for the employees as they they are workers of graduates from the students. And second, main problem divisions on dividing job tasks. This is a division on dividing job tasks and job specifications. Besides that, these situations contribute to unsatisfactory environment among the new employees and senior employees. As the recommendation to confront the problem of flexi time method at least also need to redesign the job sharing, whereas the flexi time method for each employee so that employees does not exceed their working hour or the operation does not generate through the working hours schedule. Okay, flexi time method actually employees must work a specific number of hours per week that may vary their hour of work within limits. Claim benefit from flexi include reduced absenteeism, increased productivity, reduced overtime expense, and reduced hostility towards management. Also, elimination of tardiness and increased autonomy and responsibility on the employees own. Okay, this company also needs to be more friendly with employees in the job scaling arrangement so that discrimination towards other employees does not exist. These are the challenges for the asking is here is probably employees attitude when they unfortunately feel a hierarchy on their own workers towards senior and the junior workers. And in
In order of that, we also need to design the job rotation because they had a problem on the periodic shifting on the employees for the task to another task. This need to redesign so that this arrangement of the job allows two or more individuals to split traditional full-time job. So this need to manage their needs as a manager, which is a person who responsible to control of administrating the organization of group of workers or staff need to motivate the employees to ensure organizations will achieve efficiently and effectively. So motivation of employees is one function which is that every manager has to perform along with other